The modern motor vehicle, carrying ever greater loads, achieving ever faster speeds. Engine power is all well and good, but in an emergency, it's stopping power that can really help save your life. It's important to know that when you need them most, your brakes will bring you quickly to a stop in a safe and controlled manner. But do all brakes perform in the same way? We're here today at the Idiada testing facility 70 kilometers southwest of Barcelona to put to the test some different brands of brake pad and see just how they behave under identical simulated driving and braking conditions. Using this family car, we aim to demonstrate the difference in performance between 3 different brake pads, which we'll refer to as Pad A, Pad B and Pad C. Pad A is an economy aftermarket product available throughout Europe. Pad B is a standard aftermarket product, again available throughout Europe. And Pad C is a premium aftermarket product with the same specification as original equipment and again available throughout Europe. All 3 are perceived as quality aftermarket brands. Each product will have an initial pad temperature at braking of 100 degrees Celsius. This will be achieved by a series of light brake applications until the pads reach this mark. The car will then brake from 100 to 0 kilometers per hour, starting at this marker, as if performing a safe, controlled stop, just as you do many times every day. Speed and brake temperature can be clearly monitored on the test vehicle instrumentation. A constant braking pressure will be applied in each case. The braking zone is lined with cones positioned at 5-meter intervals, with larger markers at 60, 80, 100 and 120 meters. The final resting place of the car will be accurately measured and identified with a marker post. 2 trackside cameras will capture the stability of the car as it brakes and its final position in the braking zone. An on-board camera is positioned to detect any judder and vibration. The 3 products have been identically bedded in on their own set of new OE brake discs. This involved starting with an initial pad temperature of 400 degrees Celsius and braking from 60 to 0 kilometers per hour at a constant pressure of 30 bar. This was repeated 60 times to guarantee complete consistency for each product. So, let's see what happens with the first product, Pad A, the economy product. Having warmed up the pads, the car's now on its approach. It's up to 100 kilometers per hour, coming up to the braking marker and brakes now. Braking easily in a straight line and is already at the 60-meter marker, 80, 100 meters, and it's come to a stop very close to the 115-meter marker. The final distance is 114 meters. The car's now being fitted with the second product, Pad B, with a set of OE discs on which they were bedded in. This is a reputable product specified within the trade. They've just finished off replacing the wheels and off it goes to the start of the run. Again, the pads have been warmed up and it's up to 100 kilometers per hour. And applies the brakes now. Braking in a straight line, passing the 60-meter mark, 70, and comes to rest just short of the 85-meter marker. Again, an accurate measurement of the braking distance is taken, and the total distance for Pad B is 84 meters. This is an improvement over Pad A by some 30 meters, a clear difference between the standard pad and the economy product. So, how will the third product compare to A and B? Pad C is the premium quality product. The new pads have been fitted with their related discs, so let's see how they get on in this third and final run. The pads have been warmed to 100 degrees Celsius and it's now at 100 kilometers per hour speed, and the brakes go on now. The car's completely under control, now passing the 60 and 70 meter markers, and it stops between the 75 and 80 meter markers. As you can see, This is less than the 2 previous runs. And the total distance from the breaking point is 78 metres, an amazing 36 metres behind Pad A and 6 metres less than Pad B. This demonstration has shown there's clearly a difference between the 3 products. But for complete fairness, each product was given 5 consecutive runs, and we've shown a simulation of the middle scoring run for each product. Let's have a look at how they all fared over the 5 runs and work out the average stopping distance for the 3 products. Over the 5 runs, Pad A achieved an average of 117.6 metres. Pad B scored an average of 93.2 metres, and Pad C was clearly the best with an average of 84.4 metres and showing a remarkably consistent set of distances. So, Pad C came out on top, but what was the pad that stopped so much quicker than the other 2? Ferodo Premier. Proof positive that Ferodo stops you first. Ferodo Premier is able to achieve this by using a combination of over 50 friction materials individually matched to every vehicle's braking system. All Ferodo Premier pads are manufactured to OE specification in order to guarantee OE performance. All vehicles registered after April 1, 2001 are required to have replacement brake parts that meet Regulation 90 approval. Ferodo Premier not only meets these requirements, it exceeds them. Of course, these results only replicate what we at Ferodo already know. In industry-standard AMS brake fade tests involving repeated stops from the equivalent of 100 km per hour, Ferodo Premier brake pads achieved average stopping distances up to a remarkable 23 metres earlier than 2 leading competitors. Stopping distance matters. From the length of 2 buses to the width of a motorcycle or less. So fit Ferodo Premier and don't be the first at the scene of an accident.